Hello there. Just a quick update, a very short video, something of a filler before the next one. The weather's not very good at the moment, and the forecast for the next week or so is not very good either. I sometimes get requests when people make comments in the videos and they'll say, how about this, or how about that? You know, they maybe like the way I've done a particular video and they think, well, what about a video about this? Because it might be similar sort of in style. I always look at these suggestions. You know, I don't just dismiss them out of hand. I always look at them. There was one suggestion that I took up and made a video of it. That was a hill fort, a very good hill fort. I've had suggested on a couple of occasions industry on the White Cart Water between Renfrew and Paisley. And I've looked at it on a couple of occasions and came to the conclusion that it's not for me. I just reckon I can't make a decent video out of that subject matter. And that's probably just a failing on my part, you know. It's not to say that there's nothing worth talking about there. I just, you know, there's many considerations when making these things. You know, is there enough subject content? Can I make it interesting and sort of reasonably entertaining while also being informative? And I decided on that occasion, no, I couldn't do it. It just wasn't for me. It's maybe a subject for somebody else who's more able to tackle that particular area of, I was going to say expertise, I'm not sure if that's the word. I don't generally have an expertise in anything, but yeah, the White Cart water and industry around about, it's just not for me. But thanks for the suggestion. After my most recent video about trade on the River Clyde, somebody suggested shipbuilding on the Clyde, and I've decided to tackle that. I mean, it's a huge subject, you know. Books have been written about shipbuilding on the Clyde. How on earth can I possibly make a video of between 20 and 30 minutes long on that subject that does the subject justice? You know, it sounds like an impossibility. But I like the challenge, you know. That's one of the aspects of about making these videos that I like, you know. I like the challenge of putting it all together. Wherever I leave my house and head downhill, at the foot of the hill there's a great warship being constructed on the River Clyde. So it's nice to see that we still make ships on the River Clyde. And when the subject of making a video about shipbuilding on the Clyde was suggested to me, the sort of rather pitiful excuse that I made in my reply to the comment was that no, it's the same as the trade on the Clyde, and that the river has was for many years too shallow. It's that kind of almost dismissed the suggestion out of hand, and that's the reply I made is just clearly a nonsense. Okay, the River Clyde was very shallow for a long period of time, but there has been a lot of shipbuilding on the River Clyde, you know, so that wasn't really a decent reply there. I think when you stay in Glasgow, in particular in Partick or Govan, Clyde Bank even. The River Clyde is pretty much a part of your life. You just can't get away from it. You know, as a child, I used to play around the river, cycle through all these docks and warehouses and things, and get up to stuff I probably shouldn't have done. I mentioned in another video at one stage climbing the Finnissen crane as a child. You know, just not to be recommended. And as I've also said previously, my dad used to work in the shipyards in both John Brown's and in Yarrow's. And he was away quite a bit of the time on sea trials, where they sort of finished off the inside of a ship while testing the ship on the water to see how it handled. So, you know, the shipbuilding in the River Clyde is pretty much a pretty big part of my life, and a part of the life of most people who have stayed in areas like Partick and Govan and Clyde Bank. But it's just such a complicated subject. I think, like many industries in the second half of the 20th century, shipbuilding saw many takeovers and closures. It just seems to be par for the course in industry, where a bigger company comes along, takes over a particular business, then after a while shuts it down. It just seems to be the way it goes. And that certainly happened in shipbuilding in the River Clyde. So I'm just, in many ways in this short video just now, I wanted to maybe give you an insight into some of the process, because at the moment I'm still doing a lot of research for this, and I don't know how it's going to go. I just hope to kind of amass lots of facts, try and sort of sort it all out in my head, what's going on, or what has been going on as far as the shipbuilding is concerned. I've already got an idea of certain locations that I can visit and hopefully do a bit of filming. Some of those locations might not be possible because I think they're in restricted areas, docks and such like. But we'll see how we go. I'm already starting to get a slight feel of what might or might not be going on. I need to do more research. I have to present a video that is concise, that presents the facts, but not in a way that kind of is going to bore the tears off you, or bore the pants off you, or bore you to tears, or whatever that phrase is. Yeah, just too many facts can be a bit of a pain, you know. You find yourself switching off after a while. So I want to try and put this together in a way that sounds meaningful, informative, entertaining, and visually attractive. You know, it is a video, it's not just me talking. So that's a challenge, and I very much relish that challenge. So, hopefully we'll see you with the video in a few weeks' time. It's not going to be in the days that follow, or even in a week. It's going to be a couple of weeks before this happens. And hopefully by that time I'll know exactly what's going on, and I'll be able to present something that's, at the very least, no bad. I'm Eddie Burns. Take care, and I'll see you at some point soon.